Hello guys, my name is Khan, and actually in today's video I will show you guys that how you can create a user form in Excel through VBA. So, and first I will show you guys what is the VBA, and then how you can use the VBA in a productive way. So in order to create a user form, you have to go to the developer tab, and then you have to go to Visual Basic. So once you will be in the Visual Basic, you have to insert a user form. So in order to insert a user form, you have to go to this button. So you have to click it, and then you can select, instead of module, this time we will be selecting user form. So once you will be selecting the user form, this window will appear. So under this user form you can add different things, but first, suppose if you want to change the name of this user form, so if you want to change the name of this user form, you have to go to the caption, and then you can click it here. So I want to name it as survey. So suppose if I survey question, I want to say it's survey question. Survey questions. And suppose if you also want to change the height, as you can see now survey questions appearing here, but suppose you also want to change the height and the width of this user form, you can also change that. So if you go scroll this thing, you can see there is a height here. So if I want to change the height to suppose 250, I will change it here. Now if I click somewhere here, you can see that the height of my user form also get increased. And you can also, in the same way, you can also change the width. There are so many options that you can play around in order to change the outlook of this your user form. So you can even change the width. So suppose if I want the width of 300, and if I click it here, you can see the width of my user form also get changed. Even you can change the background color, because the background color will make your user form more attractive. So suppose now if I change the user color, like I want the back color will be more kind of style, maybe gray. You can see the things will get gray. You can have different style system, or you can select the color from here. I would like to have color like green. So this is my user form. But suppose if I play this user form now, so if I run this user form, what will do? So as you can see, once you will play, you have this dialog box here. So, but you guys will be thinking, what's the use of this user form? So now I will move towards the use of this user form. So if I close it back, it will take me back to my user form. So once you will be in the user form, you will be having this toolbox, but if this toolbox is not appearing in your window, don't worry, you can go to view, and then if you go to this toolbox, then this toolbox will appear. So under this toolbox there are many options. You have label option, you have text box option, you have combo box option, you have option box, which is this radio box. In this video I will be using this radio box, and then I will show you what does it mean and how it works. So I will be using this radio box for this video. So suppose I will be entering here, and then I will be, if I make a box, and you can see that radio box, it has created one radio box for me. But another important thing to note here is that now under the properties, if you if you click this down arrow button, it's showing that you have one user form, and within that user form we have this option button 1. So if I click this option button 1, you can now even change this option button 1. So if I go to caption and I want to say that don't write option button 1 here, write down that is it male or female. As I told you guys that this user form is about the survey questions. So suppose if your first question is that are you male or female, so I will be saying male, and so for the female I have to insert a new radio button. So I will go back to my user form, and then I will be clicking another option button, and I will be saying okay, so this is my second option button. As you can see here that my properties option get also changed. Now I'm working on my second option button, and the same you can go to caption and change it to, instead of writing down option button 2, I'll be saying that are you female. So I'll be saying female. So are you female? So I'll be saying it here. So now if I play this user form, let's see how it looks like. So if I play it, and now this window will appear. The good thing about, suppose if you enter multiple number of radio button in a user form, so the good thing about the radio button is that it will allow to enter only one radio button at a time. So suppose if you select male, but you thought that you have accidentally selected the male, but the gender is female, then if you go back to female, it will automatically deselect the male and it will select the female. So in the same way, if you have even more than 2 radio button, it will only allow to opt only one option at a time. So now I will go back to my user form. So now I want to, because I have created this user form, but within that user form you can also add a command button. The command button will allow you to process your data from this user form. There are many other ways, but in this example I will be adding a command button. So if you go back to your toolbox, you can roam around and see where it. So this is my command button. If I click it, suppose if I want to create a command button here, so this is my command button. So I want to change the caption of this command button, and I will go to my caption. I will be selecting this whole thing, then delete, and then I want to say it enter. So now if I click this enter button, so if I double click this enter button, so if I double click this enter button, it will take me to a new window where I can write a code behind this command button. Currently we don't have any code behind this command button, and if I go back to my user form and if I play it, so regardless whatever I write down or select here or I enter, nothing is happening. But suppose I want that whenever I select something and if I enter, show me the gender in the cell A1. So in order to do that, I have to write down a code behind this command button. So in order to do that, I will go back to my macro. I will double click this command button that I have created. Again to make sure to you guys that if I click again to this down arrow button, is showing me that I have one user form, I have created 2 option button, and I also have 1 command button. So this download button will allow you to keep a check that how many objects you have created within your user form. So now I will go back to my command button, and I am now creating a code behind, or a macro behind my command button. So whenever I will click that command button, it will automatically operate my option, selected option, and then assign that value to suppose A1. So in order to do that, I have to write. So suppose in order to do that, I have to start with the if condition. So I will be saying that if user form, which I have just created, user form 1 dot, then I will be saying option, because I have also created option button. So I will be saying option button 1 dot value. So I will be selecting this is equal to true. True means that you have opted that button, or you have selected that button. True. Then say cells 1 comma, my column index will be A, or you can simply write down 1 instead of writing down A, is equal to male, or I can just I can write down male in caps lock, in capital letters, and then I will be saying if else. So we'll be saying if else, sorry, it's else, if not if else. Else if, I can copy the same thing again. Copy the same thing again, and I will just change the user form 1, but I will change the option button 2, and then I will be saying that if the option button 2 value is true, then say instead of writing down cell 1 A is equal to male, I will be again copying the same thing, and I will just change that instead of writing down male, write down female. And I'll be saying, and in the end, don't forget to write down end if. Enter. So now I go back to my user form, and then I will play my user form. Now you can see I have a form which is looks everything good. It's saying survey question, is it male or female? If I select male and if I say enter, you can now see that in my A1 cell the male is appearing, but if I select female and enter, you can see the female is appearing here. But now I'm going to tell you, suppose if you have this survey, so and there are so many people, suppose you're outside a seminar and there are people coming, and you want that people come and select the option that male and female and keeps on entering, and you keep on recording the data from the people in your Excel book. But currently what's happening is that if you change the option, the A1 keeps on getting updated. But I want that, so suppose if I enter, if there are new respondent come, and if it select the female gets stored on the second row instead of on the same A1. So as the people keeps on coming, this cell keeps on moving to next row. So if the first person come, this form save the gender on the A1. This for the second person, this form save the gender in the A2, and so on. So in order to do that, I can do it very easily. And in that, by doing that, you will be able to see, by the help of this user form, I will be able to store the responses of multiple number of respondents very easily. So I will close it down, and I will go back to this enter this command button. I will double click it, and I have to change this code a bit now. So first thing what I have to do, I will be creating a one local. So I'll be saying dim a as integer, because I'm calling it integer because this a will be actually capturing the row number. So I will be saying that this a local will capture where the first active cell. So in Excel, if you have selected this A1, so Excel will consider this A1 as an active cell. So I will be saying that, okay, store A is equal to, so I'll be saying active cell dot row. So what this command is doing is that active cell dot row will go to your Excel workbook and see that which cell you have selected. So I have selected intentionally A1 because I want to fill this workbook or this sheet starting from A1. So Excel will go to your Excel sheet, will see, okay, you are in A1. The A1 row number is actually the first row, and it will assign 1 to this A. And then what I have to do, I have to update. Instead of writing down 1 here, I will be calling this local here again for both under the if and else if command. I have changed it from 1 to A because A will keeps on updating. It will start from 1, but it will keep on updating. And then after the if command, I have to change one thing. So I will be saying that A is equal to A plus 1. So because I want, so once I will enter the information, I want that this cell moves to the second cell. So that's why I'm saying A is equal to A plus 1. And then I will be saying that cells, in order to go to second cell, I will be saying A, comma, again the same column. We want to remain in the same column A, and then I'll be saying is equal to, so instead of equal to, I will be saying dot select. So what's this thing will allow me to update my row number by 1, and in the second command I will be saying, okay, the cell, go to this cell because A get updated, and A is now referring to the second cell, or by second cell mean that if we are here, we will be here by updating our A is equal to A plus 1, and dot select means that go to this cell and make this selection here now. So now you can see that we have selected this cell. So now if I run this code, let's see how it will behave, how my user form will behave. Now I will go back to my user form, double click it, and if I run it now, so if I play it now, so you can see enter male. If I select female, I can select female. You can see that my data keeps on updating here now. And if I again go to male, enter. As you can see now, suppose if you are outside some orientation and people are coming, so you just have to put your laptop there and you can open your user form. You can, and then they keeps on entering the information, and automatically your user form, by the help of your user form, you will keeps on storing the data in the backend. So it will make your life very easy instead of filling the form, hard copies of the form. In this video, I have just used 2 radio options in the user form, but you can even use text box, you can use checkbox, you can use different options, and then based on that user form, you can create backup data for you guys. But before closing this video, again, I will show you guys one more thing. That suppose if I close this window and if I go back to my Excel sheet, if I select here, now if I run my user form, the user form will start filling the form from here, from this cell, because I have selected this cell. And my user form is thought that I have to start entering the data from A10. Let's do that. So if I play it now, if I say mail and enter, you can see now my user form have start updating the information from A10. But this is not a big issue, but I thought it's better to tell you guys. So in this video, I have talk about user form. Probably in my later videos, I will talk about more in detail about user form. Thank you for watching the video.